Hey guys, it's Zuri and I'm back with another video. Happy New Year! You know, I haven't filmed a video since last year. That's right, we're kicking things off with corny jokes because that's what we do here. So today, we are going to be talking about New Year's resolutions. Of course, the list of things you want to change but never do. When I was younger, I feel like New Year's resolutions were a really big deal and everyone was really into them. But nowadays, I feel like New Year's resolutions aren't taken as seriously. Like, I feel like the people that make them nowadays don't necessarily keep them. And then there are some other people that are like, they don't make resolutions because if they want to change something about their lives, they're just gonna do it. Whether it's in the middle of the year, at the end of the year, whenever it is, they're just gonna change it and they're not gonna just wait till the end of the year, in the beginning of a new year, to like make a list of things they want to change. Which is fine and fair. Sure, you should change things about yourself and about your life no matter when it is. Like, you don't have to wait to make a New Year's resolution to make a personal resolution for yourself. And I feel like it's kind of a joke now that New Year's resolutions don't really work and nobody really keeps them. But I was wondering why that is. But it turns out I'm not the only one that was wondering because there are articles online that I have read for the purposes of this video. So I'm basically going to be paraphrasing what I have read in these articles and I will link them down below. And I'll also be giving my own like interpretation as to why I think New Year's resolutions don't normally work. So let's quote some statistics, shall we? So according to an article by Business Insider, U.S. News reported that approximately 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by the second week in February. And another article on a website called Lifehack says that 156 million people will give up on their resolutions. 156 million! And that only 12% of people will ever like fulfill their New Year's resolutions. So clearly there's an epidemic. But I think there's a good reason for this. And as I said, I'm going to be basically paraphrasing what the articles I read have said and also just giving my own input as to why resolutions fail. So let's get started with the first reason New Year's resolutions fail. I personally feel like New Year's resolutions are treated more like a cool trend rather than a serious lifestyle change. So from the end of December to the beginning of January, people are kind of thinking about their New Year's resolutions, and then throughout January, they're working on their New Year's resolutions, but it's seen as just a New Year thing. So, as the article says, by the second week in February, you know, it's kind of seen as, okay, well, it's kind of not the new year anymore. Like, by the end of February, we're kind of into the new year, so people aren't really thinking about it as a new year, really. By March, it's definitely not a new year, even more so by April. So it's like, okay, this is just a new year thing. I'm making my resolution to be in keeping with the season and with the trends, you know? But am I gonna follow through with this throughout the rest of the year? No, because it's not seen as an all-year thing, just a new year thing, if that makes sense. I mean, that's just my suspicion that subconsciously people associated with only the new year, not the entire year. And there's more things that kind of add to this, but I feel like if we consider our resolutions like actual lifestyle changes that we're going to do for the foreseeable future, ongoing, indefinitely, instead of just something we're gonna do at the start of the year, then we'll be more successful because it's kind of like, let me see if I can think of an analogy. It's kind of like when you buy a piece of furniture. You're not just buying it for a day or for 2 days or for a week. You're buying it until like something happens to it. It gets old or it breaks. You're buying it indefinitely. So it's kind of like when you make a list of resolutions, things you want to change about yourself, things you want to change about your lifestyle. You're not just doing this for 2 weeks. You're hoping to keep these ongoing. So I feel like that's why a lot of people are like, I don't make New Year's resolutions because if I want to change something about my life, I'll just do it. Because maybe those are the type of people that will do that, that'll say, hey, this isn't going right, this isn't what I want for myself, I am going to actively work to change it. Meanwhile, other people might fall into the trap of knowing that there are things they need to change, but not really knowing how to go about changing them. So the second reason that New Year's resolutions fail is because they're not specific enough. And this one is in the article from Business Insider. So a common resolution is to exercise more, including one of mine for this year. But it's not telling you what kind of exercise and how often. So you can tell yourself, oh yeah, I'm gonna exercise more. But if you're not going to be specific about what kind of exercise and how often, you feel like you don't have a sense of direction. So instead of saying exercise more, you could say, okay, I'm gonna go swimming twice a week for an hour. Or you could say, I'm gonna learn a new dance routine every week and practice it for an hour each day until I get it down. Maybe I'll record myself to, keep track of my progress. Or another one could be, I'm gonna jog every morning or every other morning. See, those ones are more specific. In that way, you can track your progress and you know already what you're going to do. And you can even envision yourself doing them to get psyched about it. And it's even better if you pick an activity that you like to do. So, for example, the dance example that I gave is something that I'm planning to do because I love dancing and I haven't danced in a long time. So by learning a new dance routine every week, not only am I going to be more active and exercise more, which is the goal, I'm also gonna have fun. And who doesn't like having fun? Especially when you're up and moving, So it's important to pick an activity that you like, not something you don't like. Third reason that resolutions often fail is because you're not being positive. And this is also in the Business Insider article. I think I might have said this before, but I'll link it and the other one down in the description below. But anyway, a lot of people tend to get down on themselves about the things that they're not doing but know they should be doing. And it's important to realize that, not everyone is perfect. And it's important not to beat yourself up over it, because if you do, then you already have this negative concept of yourself and you're not going to go about it in a way that's like, hey, I can do this and it's gonna be great, and you're gonna be like, ugh, I haven't been doing this, I can't do this, I've never done this, like it's not gonna work out. So being positive, not only in the way that you word your resolution, but in the way you go about it is important, because the way in which you word your resolution really affects the way that you think, not only about yourself, but about what you're doing. So for example, if you're saying to yourself, I'm gonna stop eating junk food, you immediately envision yourself eating junk food. Yes, the resolution is do not eat junk food, but by saying eat junk food, you're thinking about it. You get what I mean? And in the article it says, it's almost like I say to you, I don't want you to think about what a zebra with pink and blue stripes looks like. But then you kind of have to think about what that would look like to not think about it, right? So instead of saying, I'm not gonna eat junk food or stop eating junk food, maybe say, have a healthy snack or eat healthier snacks, and then look up snack ideas that you like. For example, peanut butter and apples. If you've never tried peanut butter and apples, I suggest it. It might sound weird if you've never tried it, but it tastes good. Also cheese and apples. Sounds even weirder, but I promise you, it tastes pretty good, at least to me. And speaking of peanut butter paired with vegetables, the article suggests carrots and peanut butter. Not sure if I've tried it, especially since I don't really like carrots, but you could also try carrots and peanut butter. I'm sorry I keep pointing forcefully at you. I'm just encouraging you fiercely, We can do this. We can stop eating junk food for the better, okay? So, the fourth reason that New Year's resolutions often fail is because we're rooting the resolution in what we think other people want to see from us rather than what we want to see in ourselves. And this is both in the Business Insider article and in the Life Hack article. A lot of times, and this isn't just for resolutions, this is for just about anything, we're looking at other people and judging ourselves based on them, like, what's my friend doing? What's my cousin doing? Like, what are the other people around me doing? And should I be doing that? They're doing it, so maybe I should do it. So a lot of times, like for example, with weight loss, it's really popular to like lose weight. So even if you don't need to, Or even if you're okay with your body, you're thinking, maybe I should lose weight too. But is it because we want to do it, or is it because we think other people want us to do it? I mean, comparison is a natural part of life. Everybody does it at some point, whether it's a personal thing or a career-oriented thing. It's like, everyone else is doing this, so should I do it? And if I don't do it, will I be looked down upon? So really evaluating your resolutions and seeing if it's for you or if it's for other people is really important. And I never really thought about it until, I read both of the articles, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And it's very subconscious too. You might not even realize you're trying to fit a certain standard or be like someone else, but then when you really sit down and evaluate it, turns out you are. So yeah, I think those are the 4 main reasons why resolutions often fail. And I'm a firm believer, if maybe we stop saying New Year's resolutions and maybe say an all-year resolution or personal indefinite goals or something, like maybe changing the way that we title all of the things we want to change about ourselves will actually help. Because as I said before, saying the phrase New Year's resolutions sounds like you have to do it in a certain time frame. And it's not like the time frame is from January to December. It's like from the end of one year to the very beginning of the next year. And then that's it. Because New Year's is really a holiday season, if you think about it. And the holiday season only lasts from December 31st to January 1st. It may be okay, let's say January 31st to about the second week in February when everyone abandons their New Year's resolution. So if we subconsciously feel like that's the only time period where it's the new year, then we're only going to focus on doing our resolution in that time frame. And then we'll abandon it for the other 11 months of the year, which it doesn't help anyone. So all that being said, here are my New Year's resolutions, or as I'm now calling them, lifestyle goals. There we go, lifestyle goals, lifestyle changes. Here are mine. Be more active by coming up with new dance routines or learning a new dance routine, and also trying to walk or jog. As I said, I love dancing, so by learning a new dance routine, I'm having fun, and I'm also getting up and moving instead of laying in my bed all day. Go outside more and spend time outside. I spend a lot of time in my room, and I really need to stop that. Oxygen is great. Sunshine is great. Work on my relationship with God by praying and reading my Bible. I am a Christian, and this is something that's important to me. Stop being so distracted. I literally had to stop myself from watching TV just to film this video. I get distracted so easily, whether it's by my phone, whether it's by my laptop, whether it's by my TV. I just need to focus on whatever I'm doing so that I can accomplish the goals I've set for myself. Speaking of my phone, stop spending so much time on my phone. There's so many other things I can do other than scrolling through social media. I can read a book. I can go outside, as I said before. I could do so much with my time, but I waste it all watching YouTube or going through Twitter or going through Instagram or whatever it is that I'm doing. Work on my music and be serious about it. I love music. It's something I'm very passionate about, and I've been procrastinating on doing musical things. So I need to stop. I'm sure there are other resolutions as well, but those are the main ones that I wanted to mention. Oh, also keep my room consistently clean because it's always a mess. And when your environment's a mess, it kind of puts you in a negative mindset, at least for me, because I feel less productive when my room is a mess. So, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's first one of 2020. Oh, another goal of mine is to be a little more consistent with my videos but not putting so much pressure on myself to make the videos. See, the thing about YouTube is it's like a highway. In order to get to where you're going, it feels like you really have to speed. But, I mean, there's life outside of YouTube, and I have to remind myself of this. There's life outside of the internet, and it's a good idea to focus on my life that's outside of the internet more, and when I have free time to do YouTube, do YouTube. Don't put so much pressure on myself, because it's only hurting me. No one else is getting hurt. I'm the only one that's getting hurt. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I also hope that you can stick with your lifestyle changes / goals that you have. You know, it might be difficult at first, but it'll definitely be worth it. And just think of how happy you'll be when you look back and think, wow, I had this problem and I fixed it. So yeah, hopefully this video can provide some encouragement. And as I said before, I will link the articles that I found in the description below. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!